Hello everyone, this is ChakaWhat here, and today I'm going to be presenting to you another top 10 assholes of the Elder Scrolls, because there are just so many. Kicking off our list at number 10, I have chosen Titus Mede I from the Infernal City and Lord of Souls. He was the Emperor of the Third Empire of Tamriel, and came to power after Martin's sacrifice by taking 1,000 men and conquering the Imperial City. He usurped the current emperor at the time, then had his associate convince the Elder Council that he was a liberator. However, during the invasion of the Infernal City, when the Breton Enaik sent word to Prince Atrebus explaining the need for help, Titus Mede didn't let him go. I really hate this guy. 9. Idolof Battleborn from Skyrim. He lives in Whiterun and heavily supports the Imperial Legion, and is most likely a soldier of it because he wears Imperial armor and was trying to convince Adrian Avenici to supply the Legion with weapons. He also hid information from Thalia Greymane, whose son was kidnapped and taken to a Thalmor fortress. Even though he grew up with the Greymanes during his childhood, because the two have become rival clans split by the Civil War, he openly professes his hatred and violence towards them. 8. Curano Gago from Oblivion. He was a barbarian who lived in Bravil and ran a secret hunter's game where people would pay him to hunt and kill living human prey. He'd lure people to Fort Grief with a story about his lost family battle axe, then send them to the tunnels for the hunt. He also worked as a usurer, a person who lends out money with unreasonably high interest rates. However, when the hero of ChakaWhat unravels his little scheme and kills all of his hunters, he kills the kidnapped Alaron Losh in cold blood. In Oblivion, many characters die, but at that point, Alaron was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me. 7. Searing Hardart from Morrowind. He was the drill master and leader of the Fighters Guild in Vardenfell, and he had ties to the Comona Tongue and is the heart of influence for them in the guild. He was taking the guild in a dangerous direction, arousing concern from new recruits. He's made the Thieves Guild his mortal enemy and is known by the Master Thief Gentleman Jim Stacy to be very corrupt and violent. 6. Rolf Stonefist from Skyrim. Brother to Galmar Stonefist, he is a racist Nord who lives in Windhelm and spends most of his time bullying and harassing the Dunmer population there. A conspiracy theorist, he believes the Dunmer to be Imperial spies as they won't fight for the Stormcloaks in the Civil War. Also, every night he gets drunk then goes to the Grey Quarter to shout insults at the resident Dunmer. What a sweetheart. 5. Maven Black-Briar from Skyrim. She is the most influential figure in Riften and incredibly wealthy, having strong ties to the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood. She is feared and can also buy her way out of situations, claiming she has the guards in her pocket. If the Imperial Legion takes over Riften, she's placed as Jarl! Hooray! She keeps her grandson, Sibby Black-Briar, in prison, but often spends her time working tirelessly to find the right times to strike and make sure people are scared when she does. 4. Therana from Morrowind. She is a loony and volatile mage who lives in a tower in Tel Brenora. She could care less about the affairs of others, only concerned with herself, and her home is decorated with rotting kwama eggs, infuriating the slaves who mine them for her. She also keeps a Khajiit slave named Razar in her fortress with her, but she keeps him completely naked. Like, it's one thing to be a Dunmer slave in Morrowind, but it's downright cruel to have him waiting on you with no clothing on. Not only that, but if one is the member of the Mages Guild, she might commission for them to murder every member of the Telvanni Council. No wonder she is set to be executed by the Morag Tong. 3. Grelod the Kind from Skyrim. She is the cruel headmistress from Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften and abuses the children unfortunate enough to end up there. Her character is obviously an homage to Miss Hannigan from the musical Annie, portrayed by comedian Carol Burnett in the 1982 film adaptation. However, ironically named Grelod the Kind by the well-aware residents of Riften, she is a sour woman with no respect for anyone but herself who openly mocks and berates the children while also keeping child shackles for anyone who will shrink from their duties. She also keeps a copy of the Pig Children on her person, which is a detailed racist overview of the Orzamer race. Lovely. 2. The Underking from Daggerfall. Many believe him to be Zurin Arctus, risen from the dead. Arctis was the battle mage to Emperor Tiber Septim, a master of destruction and often considered the best mage of his time. With his creation, the Mantella, his soul refused to leave his body. After his death, he lived on to create problems for Tiber Septim in the Empire, fully adopting the title the Underking. He destroyed the Numidium, corrupted the fortress of Sankrator, and created tension with Mede Marco. During the reign of Uriel VII, both the Numidium and the totem of Tiber Septim were found in the Iliac Bay region, which caused a civil war to break out, resulting in the death of the King of Daggerfall. And for number 1, I have chosen Mehrunes Dagon, who appears in almost all of the games, except for, I think, Redguard. He is the Daedric Prince of Destruction and a foe to all of the mortal races, causing events such as the Oblivion Crisis and opening the Weregate upon the mages of Battlespire commissioned by Yagar Tharn. He also destroyed Mournhold, the capital city of Morrowind, and the ruins of that city are now known as Old Mournhold. During the Oblivion Crisis, he also stole the soul of one Saint Giab, who liberated Vardenfell from the Frumious Cliff Racers. He is often associated with Molag Bal as one of the truly evil Daedric princes, and I hate him with a true passion for what he did to Giab and Martin. I hope you've enjoyed my list and found it helpful, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye!